Hey, it's Max and welcome back to another wrap-up. Today's episode is about Creature in the Well. And this is a real interesting one. I saw that this was a game that was inspired by pinball, and I was kind of skeptical at first, but honestly, it kind of worked. Like, a lot better than I would have expected. So, like, basically, it's just built around hitting a ball with your character's weapon, in like a variety of different ways, and it's again, like I said, it's just surprising how well it worked. So now let's get into some of the other stuff here. The game is very, like, the visuals are really good. It's got this really nice visual art style. You can see on screen. It's got this really nice visual art style that's just like, I just find it very pleasing to look at, you know. And the music is also very nice, and like it just sort of goes together. It makes a very enjoyable like atmosphere to like play around the game in. Its story is simple but engaging. Basically, you're a robot that has like come back to turn on this machine that has been like dormant for a very long time, and you know, it's just like there's a creature that doesn't want the machine turned on, and so that's the simple. It's very simple, and you sort of get like more details unraveled as you go on. There's a lot of gear to collect, subjectively a lot, as in like the game's not very long or very big, so like there's a lot of things to find. You get, I think, 2 pieces of gear in each of the different dungeons, and then there are a couple of like secret gear pieces that you can find in some other places. So like there's a good like variety of things. I had to go back after I'd finished the game to actually find some of them. The game is about 5-6 hours long. It's not a particularly long game. I took my time with it. I was looking for all the secrets. I 100% the game and got all the achievements. So I took my time with it and did all the things. It took me about 5 to 6 hours. But if you're just playing the game to play the game to finish it, it's not going to take you anywhere near as long. There's only a couple of characters you interact with, but like I liked the little bit of personality and character you got out of them. You know, they were nice little characters that, you know, you got to know a little bit as you played the game, and so that was pretty cool. It was a very fun experience. Now, to get into some negatives, there were some sections that had like a pretty steep difficulty curve that, you know, just sort of come out of nowhere a little bit. Some of the puzzles were a lot harder than other ones. Some of the dungeons took me a lot more tries than others. So it's I don't know that like it's necessarily balanced, like the difficulty like slider, the difficulty curve is quite a balanced one, but I feel like if you put enough time in, you'll figure out any of the puzzles. You'll figure out how to fight the different boss sections and whatnot. There's a nice variety of tools to use. There's a number of hitting implements, and you also have a charge weapon, which allows you to stop any of the balls that are coming around and hold them in place so that you can hit them again and deal more damage to, you know, the stuff for puzzles or the boss or whatever. And so it was nice to have a lot of variety, a lot of things to choose from, but I wish that all of the weapons had like unique like attributes. Like some of them did certain things, like there was a hitting tool that gave the ball like a chain lightning effect, and there was a charge tool that would heal you as you were charging or whatnot. So like I just wish all of the tools, rather than just like about half of them, had special abilities. I also found that all of the special functions that each of the tools had were useful ones, though not like necessary ones. I used each of the tools that had special functions at least like one time throughout the whole thing. Though there is a secret, one that you probably wouldn't even think to find, that makes one of the charge tools unnecessary, because it does the same thing without having to use that charge tool. So there is like that one situation, but like it's a like big secret collectible, and you know, like it's just one of the tools, so it's not like a big problem to me, I don't feel anyway. There are also capes, which are a cosmetic that you can wear, and they're cool, and there's like just as many, I think, capes as there are of each weapon type. But I wish that the capes also had a function. The one big secret is a wearable item that has a special function. I wish all the capes had some sort of something that they also did, so that like collecting them wasn't just like a visual change. But like that's a minor nitpick here. So yeah, and then just overall, I wish there was more, just a little bit more to play in the game. Like something that added some sort of replayability, some like, I don't know, maybe some sort of like challenge mode, maybe just something that gave it so that like I had just a little bit more to play in the game. Just because like, while it was a 5 to 6 hour experience, I came off wanting to do more, because the gameplay was, like I said, surprisingly really worked and was really fun to do. And for a final negative, the rooms in the dungeons are a bit repetitive. In each dungeon, there are different types of rooms in each of them, but like you'll run into a lot of the same rooms in an individual dungeon that are just like repeated copy pastes. And I kind of wish that like there was just a little bit more variety. Even across all the dungeons, there are some that are the same. I just wish there was a little less repetitiveness in the different types of rooms you found in the dungeons. But again, that's just a little nitpick. That's not like a major problem. One of the interesting things I'd say about this game is it's kind of organized like a roguelite, but like less frustrating. And I'll explain that. And it's just like, you have all these different dungeons, but they aren't randomly generated. And if you die in a dungeon, you get to see the map, and you've unlocked all the doors to where you died, but like you still have to walk back there. And so like it gives like some consequence to dying without making it exceptionally frustrating, because you're starting the section over again rather than like dying and starting the whole thing over again. It's sort of, it to me felt sort of like roguelite adjacent, in the way that it's sort of like, oh, you died in the dungeon, you start at the beginning again, but you also have acquired these tools and the stuff to where the next run will be easier. So like that's something that where I find it's sort of similar in a sense to how a roguelite functions, but it's much less frustrating when you die or whatever, when you can just pretty easily get back to where you were, or you at least can like find the place you died pretty easily, and like it's not just like a whole new thing that you have to go through. And that's, you know, that's just sort of my thoughts on the structure of the game there. But it was a really fun experience. I had just a really good time with Creature in the Well. And I would definitely recommend it if you have a chance to play it. It's on Game Pass, last I saw. I don't know if it will still be when this video comes out, because this video is coming out a while after I've played the game and a while after I've recorded it. But, you know, last I knew it was on Game Pass, so maybe check it out. But yeah, I definitely recommend Creature in the Well. It's surprisingly, like, the concept sounds silly, but it's surprisingly really, really fun and really like well put together. So that's a wrap up. You know, it's just, you know, the thing that I do on this show. And, you know, as you do to YouTube videos, you do the things, you know, the like, the comment, the subscribe, hit the bell, share the video, just do the things, you know. You go down in the description, you'll find links to all of my social media, Twitter, Patreon is also down there. My subreddit's down there. My Discord server's down there. So many links down there to check out. On the end card thing, at the end of the video, there'll be stuff to click on to go to places. Hopefully I actually put one. I sometimes forget to do that. You know, just do all the things you're supposed to do on YouTube videos if you want. You know, anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna try that again. Thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next time. Bye!